me your name. Tell me why you're here today. I really want to meet you. So, I am one of the organizers for today's event. And this event is being put together by a group that we call ourselves the Athens Response Team, which I will explain a little bit longer. But we are here for a nationwide Village of Athens No Kings Rally. But before we get started, I want to clear up a couple of things. Did George Soros pay anybody to be here today? Did anybody else pay anybody else for being here today? No! Okay, we got that cleared up. We've been trying. Yeah, we've been trying to get a couple pennies here and there, but no, I don't think so. And, we know that we don't have a king. That's not news to anybody. We don't actually have a king. We are actively opposing a president who disregards the Constitution and defies the courts. And that's not all he does. A president who disregards the Constitution, defies the courts. We have a republic, which means power belongs to the people. Can we say that together? Power belongs to the people, not a strong man. That is what today is about. No Kings is a metaphor for anti-authoritarianism. It is not a history lesson. Not that there's not lessons from history to be learned. But we keep being asked, wait a second, we don't have a king, we don't have a king, we don't have a king, we don't have a king. We got an answer. We're here because of growing anti-authoritarianism. Less than 2 months ago, a small group of neighbors right here in the village of Athens met in our living room to share how we might be in community with each other and what actions we were already taking part in, probably like everyone that's here. We wanted to inform each other about volunteer opportunities against ICE and to support our immigrant neighbors and just come together. And out of that Sunday afternoon, the gathering grew. And the organizing and planning for today's No Kings Rally began. We made a decision to hold this rally here today rather than travel to Catskill, or Kingston, or Hudson, or Albany, because this is where we live. Can we share that together? This is where we live. Again, this is where we live. Again, this is where we live. Yes. So we decided to call ourselves the Athens Response Team because there has never been more of a need for community, and we know there will be a future need for both quick and planned response against this growing authoritarianism. So give me a second because I got gloves on here. Okay. So, while today's rally is against ICE, it's not only about ICE. And while today's rally is about saying no to cutbacks in healthcare and vaccines, it's not only about those issues. And this rally is about saying no to targeting trans folks, but it is not only about targeting. We are here to say no to the war we have mounted in Iran and starving the Cuban people. But it is by no means the only reason we are here. We are protesting voter suppression, the unwillingness to release and act upon all of the Epstein files, the hideous prohibition of welcome and hard fought for equitable practices in schools, companies, the government, and so much more. We've come down these roads. We know what to do. We know what to do, and we will keep doing it. We are here today to be together. And together, along with more than 3,000 today, right here, while we're here, right here now, other No Kings rallies across the country. Yeah, that's worth it. We will have mounted the largest protest in U.S. history. Let's do it today. Let's do it tomorrow. And until this regime folds. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I would like to introduce my co-organizer and partner, Jane Cole, who will address safety and a bit of housekeeping. Let's see, short person.
Hi everybody, I'm so thrilled to see you all. It means the world, and it is so particularly touching that it is happening in this tiny village. You know, I don't know if Maria mentioned it, but when we registered with Indivisible and the No Kings folks, they were like, they weren't going to accept us because we were too close to Catskill or Hudson. And Maria pleaded our case and said, so? And so here we are. And the village showing up for each other is incredible. Thank you. As for safety, as you can see, I have a lovely orange vest on. And you'll see other folks, my squad out there. They are the fiercest fighting force. Pete Hegseth has nothing on us. We're here, the marshals are here to simply, answer questions for you, but also to keep an eye on what's happening. But it's all about ignoring any hecklers, ignore them, please, and de-escalating all that we can. We're also covered by our police, who are down there at the end. And I want to say a special thanks to the Greene County Sheriff's Office, who have been only, they're just all about our safety. So, gratitude. This is very challenging in the wind. No, I think, stay within the block. Don't block the businesses. We thank them all for their cooperation, to the bakery for their electricity. Over at the resource table, please sign up. ART is going to be doing more in the future, and we'd love to have you be a part of that. And I wanted to read something that came from a woman who most of you know, Paulette Palmatier Miller, who has been an outspoken supporter of so many causes here in the village. Born and raised, so she has cred. She sent this. She's down in Florida at another No Kings rally, but she sent this along. How about those gas prices and military deaths? Are we great yet? Has hate for immigrants, gays, trans made us great yet? Has moving a maximum inmate to a minimum jail to buy her silence made us great yet? How about celebrating the death of a decorated military person, or celebrating Nancy Pelosi's husband attacked? Or he only likes veterans that weren't prisoners of war. Are we great yet? Never mind sorry kids. Never mind grabbing pussies. How about going into dressing rooms of Miss Teen America to spy on naked teens? Are we great yet? Family morals would take a whole other post. We the people are great, and we will take back our country from the amoral degenerate by anyone's standards. Go Americans. So thanks to Paulette for that. In the last couple of weeks, you gotta turn that off, Maria. The last couple of weeks have been joyful and challenging, as some of you may be aware. I don't customarily use the Athens community page for my own health, but we did post, and the responses were harsh. They're a kind thing to say. But, you know, what kept coming back to me was the First Amendment. You know, we get to assemble, we have freedom of speech, and so do they. So I just kept chanting that to myself. And it was helpful. It was helpful. I think I'll wrap it up with this. You know, the power of the people is greater than the people in power. Don't forget that. Thanks.
So I want to welcome Hope Machine. If you want to come a little bit closer, we're going to have a little music, and then we're going to march that way.
The song has a really easy chorus. We'll show it to you when we get to it, and I hope you'll all sing. It goes like this. I'm gonna tell you, fascists, you may be surprised. People of this world, we get organized. You're bound to lose. You're bound to lose. Here comes your part. It goes like this. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You're bound to lose. Fascists bound to lose. Race hatred cannot stop us. This one thing I know. You're slave act, the Jim Crow, you've got to go. You're bound to lose. You're bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose. People of every color marching side by side, marching through the fields. You're 1,000 fascist guys bound to lose. Bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose. All you fascists bound to lose.
About time I start paying attention, you know. Yeah, turned 50 this year, and I'd like to introduce all these new doctors.